So it's really exciting news with NBC. Just taking a step back for a second, if you look at what brand marketers are asking the heads of sales from the major television networks, it's a pretty similar ask. They're looking for the ability to have one plan and make one buy that can execute against any audience or data set and reach their consumers across all screens, whether those be across any digital endpoint or traditional television, and one report back. And executing on that is incredibly hard, and it requires building the foundation of connecting between digital and traditional television systems, and that's the work that we've been doing with NBC. So if you look at the problem that needs to be solved, really what the brands are asking for is three things. They're saying, I want quality scaled audience, and I want campaign sophistication, and I want simplicity of buying. And really what that means is bringing together the best of linear, which is reach, engagement, and quality, with the best of digital, which is data, attribution, engagement, and ease of buying. So laying that out as context, the starting point is solving for scale. And solving for scale means bringing together fragmented audiences, again, across digital and linear endpoints, enabling NBC or another programmer to be able to manage a single pool of inventory regardless of that endpoint. And to do that, you have to have the digital and linear systems start to connect to each other. And that's the basis of the news we put out with NBC last week. The foundation is enabling the digital ad server, FreeWheel's digital ad server, to be able to understand and receive linear television logs. And that really is building the connective tissue between the traditional NBC's linear trafficking system and FreeWheel's digital ad server. Once you've built that connective tissue, then you can start to leverage FreeWheel's digital ad server to use its intelligence to make decisions about how the linear log should be scheduled. And that's the work that we announced last week.
So where might this go with the industry? What do you hope the roadmap is for this?
Yeah. So the first step, as I said, is NBC just wants the systems to connect, because if they can talk to each other, then there's a set of use cases that can be executed on top of that. So phase one is connect the systems. The next phase, which we're working with NBC on now, is with those systems connected, use FreeWheel's digital ad server to be able to take a look at the linear schedule and say, hey, I think there's a better way to organize that schedule that will enable better delivery on behalf of NBC and ultimately on behalf of the advertiser. And that's what we're working on this year. We're starting on a small channel, NBC, and the goal is over the next kind of 8 to 12 months to roll that out across all of NBC's channels. So that's kind of the phase we're working on now. Now, the phase after that is moving from executing on FreeWheel providing recommendations on how to organize a linear log better, which is against demo, to start to move into other executions like audience. And that's where things get really exciting. So a second ago when I said we're trying to solve for three things like scale, campaign sophistication, and simplicity, that's where we start to get into campaign sophistication. So brands are increasingly looking to buy not just based on demo, but based on audience. And building the foundation of your single decision brain, the ad decision engine that is based on principles in digital, enables you to execute much more sophisticated use cases, audience-based use cases, data-enabled use cases on behalf of NBC that can work not just in digital environments, but across linear environments as well. And that's the next phase.